good for them as of late. It's their map pick in this series. And 1-0 up already after taking Mirage away. Complexity, they're just about hanging on. But we need a big game out of them here. This is where they've got to make a big stand.
Yeah, Gambit still hunting for that playoff spot, the third seed going through the group. And more than attainable now with their opponent's map pick in their pocket. Here we go, Gambit T-side start. Terrifying, as you say, Harry. Got a heavy mid-play. Poison spotting, but he doesn't know Axel's danger close, and the flick will have to be hit, but Poison recovering quickly, still getting chased. Player in the connector to worry about. Water B getting taken, bombs outside of the site. Running a similar pistol to the one we saw via Astralis yesterday. And a bit of aggro could go a long way, but Hobbit's holding for it. And a Glock up close should be favored, but Poison has taken 2 players out of the round, trading guns and going up the ladder for the big flank.
He's still embarking on this big old flank. Now, I wonder if he was spotted then. Inters is creeping his way, but Poison is just chewing his way through the Gambit pistol one at a time. Now he's wrapping them again. Look at him go. Now, it should be the end of Poison's pistol for the time being, right? We might have to look towards someone else. A guy like Config might be the dude to try and deal with the remaining 2 for Gambit. Gonna have to. He's in this A-bomb site alone. They're looking for a plant, but he's trying his best to deny it. A bomb plant here is all right for Gambit. They deal with Config, and they've even picked up the pesky Poison in the backline. 2-on-3 now from a 2-on-5 with the bomb planted. This would be a huge turnaround. Cole cannot afford to let this happen, but it's getting worse and worse by the second. Shiro is now on a hat trick of his own. Smoke on the bomb, they're sticking it, they're on that defuse. They've got to get him off. The knife's out, but the defuse is already found. Complexity, they right their wrongs. They do secure the pistol.
That got a bit scary, didn't it? Nice reaction just to jump on the defuse there. Kit, smoke, and cover. It's what Cole needed from a 5-on-2 down to a 2-on-2. And that knife almost got in the back as well. Just a little bit off. Gambit with their bomb plant, though, that's temptation written all over them. AK triple Galil, dirty second round buy. And Cole know it's coming. There's never a question about it. I like this. Axel spamming the smoke with the Glock, trying to bait them into thinking that he's not bought, but I don't think Cole are falling for it. Considering a worst case in this round, if you weren't going to be forcing, you'd be buying full Deagles and no Kevlar. So there's the confirmation. Blame sees about long, sees some guns going around the corner, and he's going to stay in the toilet. He's got some support, at least on the short side. Mid is still belonging to Cole. Gambit might just regroup at the bottom site, go back to B. Cole is spotting Monster, though. They're going to have an early warning system as to this commitment. Notice the jumping from JKS. All a bit of a bait for his teammate in the corner. That's the bomb getting spotted.
Yeah, there's still this AAA setup for Complexity. Even with the spot, they haven't rotated anyone out. I imagine that changes. And yeah, look, we've got the changing of the guard right now. They leave Config in the toilets. No, actually, no, they're still committed to the AAA. The guy running back was actually just trying to throw the monster smoke. It's missed massively as well. Could have done with that. Would have come in handy. JKS is now going to do it, and oh, do it he shall. The molly burning out Nafany, and the Famous finding more. Hobbit goes back to try and deal with this com player. The round slips away from Gambit, and Shiro is even in danger of going down after time.
Whoa! Oh, it's close, but he'll at least take that AK, the 1 AK, into the next round. That being said, Cole, big round to win there. Getting past these second round force buys can be so difficult at the best of times. JKS with a mind-melting play. And Gambit have to eco around this gun. Attack before they do so. I don't know if that's a misbuy from Axel. He's just bought Kevlar with his Glock, but he's not really got the money to sustain an investment. He might be forced to play a pistol now at least. But regardless, Gambit just trying to figure out what they want to do with this one weapon, how they can set Shiro up for kills, try and put him in as the trade man. And they are double forcing. Okay. All right. Now, this is pretty rare. You would see this if they managed to get 3 or 4 kills in the previous round and they know that Cole's money is low and they can capitalize on it, but that wasn't the case. They barely, made a dent in the economy of Cole. So this is a really risky buy for Gambit. It's going to delay your gun round. If you win it, of course, that's the reward. But it's far from perfect.
Yeah, I find it weird. I don't know. I don't think I like it. But hell, man. Maybe Gambit can change my opinion. And what do I know anyway? Party control taken by the Gambit squad. They're slow on the approach here. This AK in the hands of Shiro. Might have to do some heavy lifting. At least everyone has armor, right? So if he does die, you pass that gun around. Starting to make their way up long, and there is this double toilet set up to contend with. Blame F going to be the first candidate, and there he is, doming Inters out of play. Shiro dead as well. Blame with the turn and drops the bomb. Even looking for number 3, and the nade should lock it in. Hobbit blindsides him, which is something at least. Config peaks long, and the timing is so rough on that peak. Axel was holding for it, and as he goes to throw the util, that's when Config arrives. Complexity onto 3, and no money for Gambit.
Wow, I'm loving the aggro out of Cole right now. Just no fear. They know when their back's up against the wall at this point, like, you may as well start throwing things at Gambit. Just constant layers of re-aggro from Blame and Config. Keep on the pressure and get rid of that re-force buy from the T side. So now Gambit finally have to surrender around. They've already surrendered 3. Digging quite the hole before they finally get guns.
Yeah, it is weird. Like, you won't have seen a full rifle round until round 5.
Phew. We already saw those Gambit overpass crashes the other day. 2 players AFK, I got a bit worried. And in them being AFK, look at the space Blame has taken. Won't be here forever. He's going to duck out after 1. But they reroute to B anyway into this double setup.
I get the feeling they've just been talking it out, right? Like, it's just been one of these rounds where you almost treat it like a pause. And I don't think they're invested in the idea of doing much here. And good that you weren't invested, or else you would have been set up for disappointment, as it's a flawless round for Complexity, 4-0. And now, in round 5, we have our first proper buy out of Gambit.
Yeah, better late than never, right? We got Shiro's AWP as well. Far more loss, considering it's a 5th round buy. Poison's going to meet him there, though. Poison had a couple of nice rounds on Mirage, but it all was pretty quiet for Complexity across the board. Quick nade in mid for Blame, and he gets out of there alive. The AWP's not taking the early peek either. Got to be short flash, but only to set up the boost and... Oh, jump. Oh, it's pretty close. Don't want to give Axel another chance at that.
Axel normally hits them, man.
Yeah.
Nade's good. Only a little bit of damage, but it also just sends the warning to Poison, like, yeah, we know you're here. We know what you're up against, or what you're up to, and what you're against. You're against us. Poison. New position, new angle, new man, question mark. Him and Blame F are doubled up in the toilets. They haven't seen anything yet. It's been so quiet as far as they're concerned. This is awkward. Neither party knows the other one is there.
And you're getting scared that you're getting walked on long, right? Luckily, we have a guy watching that, but oh, there's the contact. Blame catches Nafany, and now they're going to try and hunt him down, but Poison hits a tag, and Blame will finish the job. Lovely stuff out of Cole. Oh boy, they are going to clean this up, aren't they? No survivors right now for Gambit. It's just Axile, almost flawless until he bites back into Blame, but it's all about damage at this point, and he is so low. Where's this Cole suddenly come from?
Yeah, also, where's this Gambit come from,
right?
man? Like,
Not
this isn't the kind of stuff we expect out of them. Like, you know, I get not clearing the toilet right away. I get not knowing that they're there. And I just thought Nafany would have been cognizant of that as a possibility. It's him who gives up that first kill in the round, walking out to throw utility. And from then on in, the round just falls apart. This is a great look out of complexity, but this is not the Gambit I know nor love.
Yeah.
Look, this was just so ugly.
So confusing, right?
They even blinded each other trying to get the trade, and then it just grinds to this horrifically awkward hole.
I think you're already, you're just walking out short. It's very free. You haven't seen anyone. You're talking about your A execute. You're figuring out, okay, I'm smoking this, I'm mollying that. Please clear this. Trade me there. And then, oh wait, they're both toilets. Like that's the shock.
This is also like, why going for these risky forces early on? It's let complexity get very, very cozy and comfy on this map. Everyone's kind of coming into their own with the aggression. And Gambit, they're probably feeling out of it right now because that round was a bit of a disaster. But in reality, like, that's the only rifle round they've had so far.
Yeah, and again, they're doing it once more. They're just talking about it. Spawn, knives out, AFK, just chatting. It's fine, but it's a little worrying for Gambit for sure. Because they looked lights out back on Mirage. They just need to get that round on the board. Warm in. Be reminded of who they are, because right now, it's time for Poison to flex. Quick pick onto Nafany with a flick shot, and many more where that came from. But Hobbit, that's more like it. Big Deeg. Axel going to try and get out B. He's got a chance. He's got a timing. No one's watching but the monster player. Oh, JKS doesn't know. Great play for Axel. Can he find two? No, surely not. Stuck at the pillar now. Got to worry about Heaven on a timing, but both CTs on A, and he falls to Rush finally. The bomb is coming B, though. If they can kill him, it's a free bomb site, but Rush is not giving it up. Swapping sides of the smoke. Low HP. Hobbit's grabbed that AWP from Poison's body, and they're going to group for this B hit.
AWP's found its way into Shiro's hands. They've somehow made something of this round, but now they've got to try and stick the landing. Config with a late Molotov. That's big. Slows down the push. They've had to smoke it, so now they're running through the smoke into this B site. And Config, death from above. Complexity 6-0. Flawless CT side keeping up.
That molly was perfect, man. Could not have come at a better time as well, right? Like Gambit just getting acclimatized in short, taking far too long to commit there. It was full info for Rush. He knew they were grouping. He was calling for help.
I don't know what's happened, man. Like, they normally look so decisive on this map, so put together, but like...
Yeah, I mean, with every round that goes by that you bottle it, that you waste a good situation, you're only going to get more and more in your head, worse for wear. So this gun round, second gun round in round 7, needs to have results. It's good from Cole so far, don't get me wrong, but Gambit been very quiet. We need Hobbit to help out. He's found another opening kill. The AWP in party, decking them through the smoke. Look at that kill feed. It's a Smoky Joe's right now, finally traded. Oh no, with nades out, Configs in middle, and they weren't ready for the third man. Gambit going back to the B bomb site to group.
Oh, there is a fight being given by JKS, and that is a big kill to have given away. He was aggro on the short side. Rush can't go through the molly, so he's just got to wait. Nade can do a bit of damage onto the plant at least. A 2-on-2. Gambit trying to get their first T-side round on the board. Axel and Shiro, they're the two trying to take us to the promised, lads. Axel with the swing, bit of damage onto Config, not a killing blow, however, has to go back, but nails it the second time around, and Shiro has got his back through and through. Gambit, they finally win a round out, takes them 7 in the game, but they do manage to do it, and in a 2-on-3 as well, so a bit of a confidence booster.
Yeah, there's something, but we already know Cole rolling together 6 rounds in a row. They've got more money than they need. Double orb coming out straight away. And you can't be against that. Blame even taking the second orb as well. Is he going to be mid-orping with Poison? He's going long right now. So both on the A site. Nice nade to Inters again. He's going to get that toilet smoke in though. Poison watching the cross. Oh, the flash! Oh, he still gets the kill. Nafany, he was set up for that. Poison held the shot for a second, realized he was getting damaged, and hell, on the right angle, right place, right time. Finally mollied out, gonna have to give it up. Blame's on long still with all this info. They're gonna walk up on Poison while they still can.
Oh, well, it was about time. Poison is having a hell of a game, so I'm glad that they finally put a stop to him, just so they can learn, like, yeah, he is beatable. IMF with this second AWP is waiting back in the site, and he's even got Config alongside him. Terrifying little group of Danes.
Oh, the re-aggro.
Big for Config. He's about to get all this info. Blame F can rotate down right now. Right now. Config is like, yeah, it's looking good, man. It's looking good. Blame's beginning that rotation. The Danish duality. I know what's up.
Oh, does Shiro stay on this angle? Config's killed his teammate through the door gap. Bomb's been dropped outside Monster, and Shiro can't trade his team because Config's not giving him the chance. He's reset back on the A site with that bomb down Monster. If Shiro actually wants to win, he has to run, and so instead he walks away. Oh, again, ugly round. Obviously coming off the back of Config with a really, really, heroic play there. He may only get like 1 kill from it, but the information, the rotate that's allowed, and the pressure put on Shiro in that situation is enough to help Gambit crumble. They win 1, they immediately get reset, and they save an AWP, so even the money's going to be skew-if here.
It just looks a little off from Gambit though, man. Like even that round there, Shiro's watching Con, but not actually the angle to protect his teammates. Like, it's too shallow an angle. It gives that door position across to Config. And that really, like, getting backstabbed when you think someone's watching it, that just derails the whole round, man. It throws everything into chaos. The monster push goes just about as bad. Great stuff out of Complexity, though. Like, this has been an awesome CT side so far. Blame F giving us some great moments in the toilets. Poison there as well. That like double hold at A has felt impenetrable. You just cannot get past them. And I don't want to go back to it, but it's one of these things where like money is so, or has been so established for Complexity as a result of essentially, getting all those free rounds off of the relentless forces from Gambit. Means that Poison just keeps bringing these AWPs into play.
Yeah, now he's really taking names. Look at him go. Fast out the short side, gets a kill, and dives back through the smoke. He even trades places with a rifle. They won't be ready for Rush in the corner. They just saw an AWP, for crying out loud. Rush doesn't want to commit for long. But that's fine. You got a 5-on-4. The pressure's not on you. It's on Gambit to drag one back. Still with long control as well. Config's got an off angle behind the tree. Gambit are grouping back for another B execute, but these have not been pretty. I mean, their only round is on B at least, but this one's still pretty unfavorable. Luckily, only 2 CTs there right now, but we know Cole have been pretty keen on the rotates. JKS has a good position, but this flash will definitely get him. Oh, shot in the legs, and JKS lives. Flash will do nothing now. It's too late.
Look at Config again, by the way, being the info player of Complexity, pushing all the way through long means that more players are now rotating down to B.
Oh.
Config's coming in on a wrap. He's right behind them. He's ready to pounce. At a moment's notice, they're still following through on the B play. It's going to be an uphill battle to get in.
Oh, no.
And Poison is destroying them. Config with the wrap, seals the deal, and Complexity get onto 8.
Oh, Shiro got him on 3, man, through the fence, but that thing soaks bullets and sucks up the damage, spits it out with nothing. What a round for Complexity again. Like you said, not only just the flank, but that B hold was stellar. Hobbit has been all over the entries in this T side. He's been getting mid picks. He gets a double into B there, but it's Poison that holds on strong. and buys time for Config behind. So yeah, it's a great game out of Cole right now. This has not been a go-to map for them. This has not been a safe haven, and it's been quite the opposite for Gambit, one that they've been knocking out top teams out of the tournament with. And they just look lost. Can barely get past these AWPs on the top site. And then we have things like that happening from Poison. Look at how he starts the round. The quick smoke molly play into water, taking a kill. Like, if you're feeling it if you're Complexity. And you got nothing to lose. You lose this game, you're out. Why not have fun with it? Why not start flexing? Sure, if you're individuals, they certainly are right now. Broken by for Gambit. Tech 9 armor, gonna stay fast.
Aggro on a short again for Gambit. Nafany taking all this control, but the double molly, that's actually a team Molotov there, slowing down the push up through the short side. Re-smoking Monster, and this time, you know, Complexity, they've ran a lot of these AAAs. It's clear that BlameF feels like he's having reads right now. They've stacked this B site. Gambit completely leave. They don't like what they've seen. Back out towards A, but that just puts you in the prying eyes of this double AWP setup. BlameF holding on to long. He's up on top of the boost. I wonder if Gambit are planning to go back to B here. Right? They show one player at long. They throw a long flash, but they kept Hobbit outside of the B site the entire time. So now they go back to rejoin him. But this hasn't shuffled the defensive Complexity at all. They don't feel tested yet.
Ooh.
JKS goes for the furthest target first, and Hobbit is good with the entries. You said it just a moment ago. Feels like he is doing pretty much everything for Gambit right now. He's got them into B. It's up to the rest of them to finish what Hobbit started.
Yeah, the nade could be massive. It got him low. Double AWP on the retake, but that bomb plant cancelled initially. Inter's dead. Wallbang for 10. Not enough to stop the plant. Axel might even fight off of another shot, but finally gets ready to stick. Oh, he needs to do it soon. Oh God, he gets mollied out. He's still going to get the plant, I think. Few seconds left on the clock. Oh, he's repositioned. Last second plant, it will happen. He's got it in time. It's only Poison. What a change from Axel. I thought he'd stick it. I thought he'd risk it in the molly. A calculated reposition to give Gambit their second round. Nice try from Cole with that heavy util coming in from above. But it won't save them today. Oh, to make that call, if you're Axel there with less than 10 on the clock to reposition the bomb plant, oh. Terrifying, but calculated at the same time.
Yeah, this save out of Poison's pretty big, right? Even though you had money once, you don't really have it anymore on the Complexity side. But if you hold on to this AWP, you've got guns in the neck. So that's at least something to look forward to. This round's all Hobbit with the openers, man. To even, like, get it into that situation and make it doable. Huge stuff out of him. Inters breaks his silent streak as well. Was 0-9.
Can Gambit build in? Because this is not done.
Well,
right?
this is how they could, right? If they win this round, they break the money of Complexity. And so finally, they're maybe given a freebie. They know the implications on winning this round.
Oh, no.
Inters, no. He even considered it for a moment, but Blame blindsides him.
Yeah, Blame's been all over this play round. He's been really, really proactive here. Cole with a lot of aggro mid rounds. Poison's dead, though, with the AWP this time. Oh, Shiro scoped up on the monster smoke. No one's coming through, but if only he knew shots were available. Blame not flanking, but he is able to activate on a moment's notice. Config holding top connector, making sure that Gambit have no route back up towards that A site. So at this point, Cole can sit back and be comfortably knowing that Gambit are coming your way right now. And out Monster they go.
Oh, Russia's seen heads, but they're already up in the sight, Axel. Oh, JKS with the nade. His utility's been unreal. Combining it with the FAMAS again. He got 3 last time with this gun in this same position. This time it's only the double. It's a Is that going to be enough? Config and Blame F left in this retake. A 2-on-2. Blame on a long flank all the way through T-spawn. Config waiting patiently. Shiro gives him a jiggle, gives him a wiggle. It's Blame F that maybe we need to give some more love to as well, as he's still coming in through Monster. Him and Config trying to pincer this together, and Blame catches Shiro looking the wrong way. Hobbit 1v2 to try and save the round. He stops that defuse, but he can't double up.
He's won it.
Is there time? I don't think so.
Blame
It's
just
going to
grabbed
be
the kit.
close. Complexity. Oh, they just fall shy of it. Gambit onto a third.
Oh, there was a kit on Config's body. Blame just grabbed it last second, and even then it's not enough. That's so sad. Felt like that round was in the palm of his hand. Nice try on the flank, but yeah, a millisecond too late, and that's all the difference it takes to get Gambit back into this T side. If that defuse comes in, this is a one-sided half. Without it, suddenly you got to get scared if you're a Cole fan. 8-3, but they are not out of the woods. Even calling a pause after the fact there as well. That's a shame of a round to lose. Nice try, but now left with only USPs.
Spirits still seem high though, right?
Yeah.
They were all smiles just then. Blame is giving us like a really, really good game as well. Like we're seeing a Blame F that's taking like initiative. He's pushing, he's getting aggressive.
This like double mid setup, him and Poison have just been tearing through. Like that's why Gambit, we're only seeing B rounds from them, because they keep dying in middle. They keep getting, you know, that double toilet setup that set the precedent. They started the whole thing. A Config always triple A, and when suddenly when they're hitting the lower site, his rotates have been saving Cole.
I feel like Blame's kind of like, you know, in this time period, it's like his intelligence is almost at the bane of his existence. It's like he knows so much what to do in each situation that he's like playing them uber safe. And occasionally, like when you get him like this, when he is just laying it all out on the table and he is just giving you the beans, as it were.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful sight.
I like the force from Cole. It's going to delay their gun round, but you could definitely win this one. Oh, Hobbit. Yeah, okay. It doesn't hold it forever. The longer you don't shoot your opponent there, the better, right? In terms of Cole, just they're feeding misinfo in the communication, right? They're like, I'm about to peek on, I've got to be water, stack A maybe, you know, all the miscom that comes from Config not knowing that he's being watched. But Hobbit doesn't want to hold it forever. The danger of that at the same time is what if you get re-peeked by someone else? So take the kill while you got it. 5-on-4, broken by for complexity. And Gambit, they really have been given away, and now just got to close the round, and it's easier said than done. Armorless, doesn't matter. Poison hits the shot. He is traded. So gun irretrievable right now on long. Cole have 2 B players.
It feels like Inters, man, is just having like, what, you know, some games it does just feel like you've eaten a magnet or something, and it's like he's having one of them right now. He needs a round to get him activated again. It's kind of easy, you know, like we've all been there where you just start to slip into autopilot. You're just going through the motions.
Yeah.
It feels like you're getting deleted every peak, and so that's kind of the mantra you're going into each fight with.
Yeah,
you just want to win something.
Same for Nafany, right? Like only just got his second kill in that round. It's been a couple of slow starters here for Gambit, but it's not about the start, Harry. It's about the finish. And we know that Gambit have had really good resilience in their series as well. Cole, yep, saving guns. That's good. They've got another Rico, so Deeg armor in the next. Poison was saving for the AWP as well. So his kill in this round probably pays dividends for that. And they'll get away with a little, but it's still a Gambit round up to 4. And the money bulking up to a point where it's unlikely Gambit will be forced to eco in this half.
As dominant as the beginning was, though, this is ripe for a Gambit comeback. This round, you're hoping they can get by, and they can get it by cleanly. Triple boost going to get employed over here at the back of B.
Big fan of that.
Great way to just try snipe a little free kill. not employing it right away. They give it a few seconds, hoping that someone would have already walked out the short side in that time.
A lot of people are checking for that nowadays, right? Like back in the day, back when that was fairly new, you would never, ever consider looking up there. But if anything, especially on anti-eco, when you know the money's low, you're checking for that as a T. So yeah, the delayed boost is good. And I like this move from Cole. They spot B water, they see it's empty, and they think it's very quiet in the round, so they rotate it back up A. Everyone, in fact, even dropping that smoke down onto the monster from A. So if there were anyone B for Gambit, they'd be re-smoked. They'd be forced back up into A or have to wait even longer. Right now, Cole, I don't want to say they're going to win this eco, but they could.
Yeah, I mean, hell, dude, they're all here. They're all down to Clown. Inter's dead on the peak, and oh no, the pistols! Axel tries to save the day, but he can't, and Shiro, he's got a limp wrist as well. He can't even get the AWP out of there. Oh, Shiro, come on. Shiro, get some arm strength, man.
Can he save it?
Yeah, calculated. That's why he didn't throw it out.
Obviously. No, it made sense, right? You don't want to give the AWP to your opponent.
Devastating round to lose.
Well, I just said, Gambit, they're not going to be eco this half. Well, that was presuming they won versus the armorless eco. Now, that's drawn into question. That's a huge round for Cole. What a read. And the trials and tribulations of this top site for Gambit just continue, man. Whether it's the, the combo of blame and poison, or if it's the entirety of complexity sat back at truck. Gambit, they want nothing to do with that A site. They're going to go for the 5-man boost. Like it. Love it, even. No, not when Shiro falls off the top. You've committed at this point. You've got to go for it. And you've got to get the kill, Shiro.
Oh my, 1 HP! Fallsy Kratos config from across the map. Oh, a bit of gravity, and the humanity for Shiro.
Unbelievable.
How wrecked would your mentality be? I've never seen anything like it.
Dinked for 99 by the AK, by the way. That was an AK from Config in Heaven. 99. And then Shiro drops to his death. He probably realized halfway through the air, oh, shit.
Okay, Hobbit, please give him something. Give him something to look forward to. That's more like it. Axel and Hobbit.
How?
Left and right hook, and this somehow might be a round that Gambit win.
Like we all expected.
They go a man down early. They lose a man to gravity, but it's them who's a force of nature.
Yeah, what up now, Sandra Bullock? The double re-smoke Heaven. You're not getting back into this. If you're Cole, you're saving. Get out. How do you like them apples? And again, Hobbit, the hero of this T-side, it seems. His entries have been impeccable at getting Gambit into this B-bomb site. They've got to thank him for every single round they've won. And that's 5. This is still, fine. I just think it's just weird how it began. 8-1 for Cole. Gambit taking some serious time to warm up. And, I mean, let's have another look at this.
Mate, I am lost for words. The one-tap dink to 1, and then fall to your death.
The saddest part is he gets dinked, so it's like his
immediate reaction.
Drop to, just dropping, not looking. But the worst part about that was the train crossed, so he could have even, if he stopped and realized, oh, okay, I can't drop, I'm going to die. The train would have saved him. But yeah, obviously, it's not his fault. Not victim blaming here. You're not thinking about dying from full damage at that point in the round. But I've never seen anything like it. Impeccable from Config, but still a lost round. I love it again. Cole going back to the aggro long. They're not fully pushed yet, but we've seen some big flanks from this position. Nice AWP pick from Blame down on the lower site. Keeps Hobbit honest. No more entries for you today, but they've got to go anyway. And oh dear, Axel traded. JKS spraying down a double, and he even put Shiro dead as well through the smoke. Say goodbye to this half. It's only Inters in a 1-on-4.
Yeah, and he's had a very, very rough game. Him and Nafany really struggling right now. This 1-on-4, probably not one you're considering. He's creeping up through the short side, but he is getting wrapped through connector, and Poison holding heaven, locks in a 10-5 half for Complexity on Gambit's map pick. Hello! We'll be back with the second half after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, they done told me to be myself. So when I went and found myself, the ones who told me back then, be true to who I am, ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we getting high tides. I'm getting my prize. Only thing my eyes is locked in on, have a milli mine. I want it right now, don't waste my time. Family in a penthouse with a view sky high. Blood, sweat, and tears bring more to my eyes, cause the whole gang winning. I done gave my life. Odds low, but we did it, ain't we? And we always moving, never on the same thing. Now our lives are...
I think the way we've been working on what just JKS said about our play was just... It's just like we've been talking a lot as a team lately, have been having a lot of days where we started out by just everyone just talking, saying their perspective about stuff and how we want to do rounds and how we want to do reactions in the different areas of the map. So I think it's just a lot of talk on that area.
I think that the most I'm proud of the winning of IEM Katowice. The second thing that we just achieve #1 spot at HLTV ranking, and also 2 other rankings, ESL World Ranking and CSPA. And the third thing I'm also proud of, that we achieve 1000 HLTV ranking points, because only 7 teams in the world did it in CSGO. So it means, for example, you can win 1 tournament on 2, but only if you showed the great result during the half of the year for 1 year. Only such team can just get 1000 points. And we didn't, and we're really proud of it, because we're first CIS team which achieved 1000 points at HLTV World Ranking.
Overpass. A Gambit pick, usually home ground, but not today. Complexity all over the board. CT side start, and they look ferocious. Double digits at the end of the half. Where was this Complexity on Mirage with their backs up against the wall? They don't want elimination. They fought their way through this lower bracket. It's about time they picked up a map.
This is wild. As you say, yeah, normally a Gambit home map, but right now we got the home intruders in Complexity running amok in the server. Oh, big B stack ready for what's about to come their way. Nafany with the pop flashes to complement this peak. Shiro spots a guy short side as well. Now the utility's raining over the top. Everyone but one guy is here for Gambit, so you're hoping they can hold on. They've read it well, but now they need to land their shots. Ooh. Shiro and Nafany put in the work between the two of them. Blame's quick to trade it out, and in the blink of an eye, it's on to Axal in a 1v2.
Oh, he's getting swung. Finds a second player. He's got the info, but can he hit the headshots up close? Low on ammo. 2 bullets left up, and time for the reload as well. Blame's no armor. Axel with the advantage now, even with the bomb down. He's got Blame locked in the pit. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Climbing above and looking for that headshot. It's just not given over. Blame is playing with his food, and eventually the clock comes into play. Axel needs to close the gap onto the Glock, and Gambit find the pistol round.
Oh, yeah, the kit was dropped water. I'm glad he got it.
Full calculated, Harry.
Oh, the kit was right there. I was so paranoid for a moment. I was so paranoid because, like, literally he was next to it. And, you know, he would have had to drop down. So I guess it all wastes time.
Yeah. He knew. He knew.
Oh, that made me nervous.
Yeah.
Incredible 1v2 from Axel. Like that there, if you want to watch someone who's isolating like the 2 engagements perfectly, look at that little clip, man. He never lets himself be open to both players at once.
Also, I feel like we have a very little amount of P2000 players in Counter-Strike Go right now, but Shiro, his P2K is unbelievable. It's immense. He's always getting multi-kills. He's always hitting flicks. And he's got the ammo to spam as well. I can't think of any P2K players. My brain goes to Guardian every time, but other than that, I'm kind of left lacking. So, yeah, take it. Take it and run. Gambit, can they build back in? Cole, I love the force buy. Full rifles in the second round. AK, triple Galil, and then the scout, but that's fine. B contact. Monster being spotted by an SMG. Inters with a lot to do right now. He's had a bit of a slow start. This is not going to get any easier for him either. Nice grenade, and it's a deathly blow as well. Here they come, creeping through. Inter sees the shadow, and he can't get a kill. Poor guy. Hobbit trays, but he is a dead man on the pillar. It's only a matter of time, and triple entries here for Complexity gets them into the B-bomb site. Cool.
Yeah, that's rough. Complexity onto 11, stealing it away with the force. And, like, you know, they're still brimming with confidence. Gambit is still shaken. Axel, Hobbit, and Shiro are doing all they can. But Inters and Nafany feeling a little out of this one. It can be hard to get your head back in the game, especially when you've spent so much time having it taken off by your opponent. This is a rough old scoreline. Complexity, you've got to be impressed with what we're getting out of them. It feels like they've really just kind of let it all go, let it all hang loose in the server. Gambit are going to respond with the force, looking to embark on these force buy wars. One M4 on Axile, Deagles, P250, Scout. That's what the rest of the gang have. If Gambit don't win this, which, you know, already the odds are pretty stacked against them winning it, they're 13-6 down before they have rifles next.
Yeah, it feels like a 3-mapper, doesn't it? Just a lot of it coming down to Gambit being too slow to start in that T half. They felt pretty flustered. And that has consequences later in the game. Try all you want, but when you start on the back foot, this is the result of that. 11-6. Little lurk smoke up on the A site for Cole. Gambit spot them on long. Shiro sees them, but they're walking up close, and oh, he's got cover as well. He can't even peek them tight. They've already gone out wide. Now Shiro smoked off. Full util into A. Axel, the only man here. Cleared by Rush. Nice shot. The one rifle gone. Oh, okay, all under control. With that, you might want to have to save here if you're Gambit. You are locked out of this bomb site. You are locked out of the round.
And with each passing success, man, Complexity are only feeling more and more confident, more and more fired up. And it's the polar opposite for Gambit. They've got an eco round looming. These always suck, but when you're given over a 13th as you embark upon it, it's a special kind of roughness that you're feeling right about now.
This is really reassuring for Cole, though, right? We didn't really get much out of them on Mirage. It was their pick. Looked pretty lost, honestly. And now, hey, a bit of a flip-flop, a one-sided affair right back in their favor. And with Vertigo to close as well, who knows where this series is going. Fast into water. We got a B-stack for Gambit. Pistols getting picked apart already. Axel gone. And Blame's going to join the fray. He will get traded, but teammate there to keep this round in order. I say it, and I shouldn't, because guns have now been retrieved by Gambit, and they already know to rotate up. This is a smart call as they hear Rush running amok up on the A side. Conflict's even lurking out B. It's a B round. Rush has baited everyone over right now, and Gambit, even if they get the kill, which they won't, thanks to the nade and Rush's escape, B is lost, and the bomb plant is available here for Cole.
Man, and it's another rough spot for Gambit. Like, you just feel like you're being beat in every regard. You get out-positioned, out-maneuvered, and out-brained by Complexity here. You know, at least take these guns with you into the next, but you were buying anyway. The fact they've got to do it on the CT side as well is always rough for these comebacks, man. Like, you could pull this entire game back to something like an 11-13 scoreline. You could go on a big 5-round winning streak, and then you could have that one round slip by and suddenly call it, like, you know, well on their way to winning, and you're left with nothing. So not only do you have to try and turn this around and battle back a very one-sided scoreline, you've got to keep it clean as you do it.
Yeah. And we're nowhere near the remit of Cole being on eco either, so you're going to need multiple gun rounds in a row here for Gambit. It just ain't happening, is it? Here's a full buy. Poison's AWP is here to stay on the T side, even missing the molly. Oof. So Poison's given free real estate here in mid. His CT AWP was popping. Oh, that's dirty from JKS. Come on, give them a chance. They can't catch a break, can they? Nafany getting headshot on the jump. Brutal scenes, and yeah, Cole just gonna group B. No way Gambit have 4 guys here. Even if they do, it's a favored fight to Complexity. Keep it stupid simple. What could go wrong?
Oh, wait for the train. Train's gone by now. And here's this utility. Inters and Hobbit. Hobbit has been a reoccurring hero, but in this round, they're both caught staring at the paintwork, waiting for a flash that never arrives. That's very awkward. Axel's dropped into the site to try and offer up resistance. They are all around him. Config might even shoot him in the back of the head, and there it is.
Get him out.
Complexity up on a 14, and this is wildly dominant.
You gotta wonder, was that like, were they both just deady anti-flash, hoping a flash came in, or was that like a miss call, like, oh, anti, you look into Monster? I've never seen 2 players anti-flash there. It makes sense with the setup, right? You're, like always, you're expecting a flash through Monster. I can't blame them for that, but both players looking into the wall on a smoke fade, oof. Gambit.
Well, so there was a Gambit flash thrown from heaven just after they died. Yeah. So I wonder if they were turning for that.
Yeah, getting ready for the smoke to fade and hopefully to kill Cole where they stand. Instead, it's 14-6, and Gambit might just be dead, at least in this map. Not seen much con action this game now that I think about it. Rush. Oh, he didn't clear it. Always clear it.
He just decided ahead of time, yeah, it's clear. Well, no, I don't know if you're allowed to do that, Rush.
Oh, nice flash.
Flash is beautiful. Blame while he does trade it. Oh no, Config's out through Monster. Position may as well be named after him, man.
It is.
This guy is a monster. Look at him go.
He's going trapped to the molly now. Goodbye. Oh, Flash does bail him out from the short side. They can actually come in on the flank as well. It's all from behind for Gambit, but that's something Cole know about. Look at the CT control they're taking. Pushed all the way up. They could plant for heaven. They have. Oh my goodness. Config's about to clear it out and tell his team to watch for the bottom. Watch for the flank. Nafany coming in from above. He is so far away though.
And he's running, so Config knows about it. He's just set up to deal with this player in heaven, and there he is with a perfect execution onto Nafany. 2v2, and Blame still fighting in the site. Well, now he's got to fight big time. Oh, no one's watching. They were checking Monster. Shiro does still trade it, and the defuse is in. Gambit get a 7th. That was messy.
Was he looking Monster or short?
He looked back at Monster for a second.
Yeah. Maybe thinking they're getting wrapped from the tunnel, right? Blame pushing short, going all the way around. But that bomb is for heaven.
Yeah, so the bomb was for heaven. And
yeah.
they just came from
just
there.
A mystery,
I don't know, yeah.
Right?
Little spooky, little cursed.
Nothing's
but it's
going
fine.
right for Gambit right now. They're trying to make a read. It doesn't work. At least they win the round, right? Up to 7. And Shiro's got the mid spawn with an AWP as well, so there's a chance in this round, but really you're just so up against the wall. Cole, full confidence in the closer now. 20-9 for Blame F. He's having a hell of a game. Shiro going to try and take a kill early, misses the shot. Back to long he goes.
Very passive on mid. Hobbit is taking this short water control away. That's always a handy position to have as the CTs, right? You can control a lot of the map from here. You can afford an extra player up towards A because of this control. Complexity are moving back, though. Hobbit needs to get this info. He needs to get this spot. You do have Axel pushing down long, who's doing a good job of gathering information as well. They've slipped past Hobbit.
Yeah, this is perfect bait for Hobbit as well. They're spamming from wall. They're not going to clear him. Hobbit gets a freebie. 4 out Monster. Everyone going here. Gambit know what's up with that flank that you mentioned. They have all the info in the world to smoke wall and spamming through it. Inters joins the party. Very weird, very claustrophobic for Cole right now. Waiting for the fade. But even when it comes in, it's not going to get easier. Time is being bought for Exile on the flank, and he's going to line them up. 2 kills, bomb dropped, easy stuff for Axel. It just feels like such a comeback required for Gambit. Can you even consider it at this point?
Yeah, it's so aggravating because 6 rounds, you know, like that's not that many rounds. That is like very achievable, but it's the fact that you are so close to damnation along your path, right? Like you are towing the line between salvation and damnation. If you lose a round, you're broke, man, and that's probably the game.
Yeah, Nafany going back for the jump spot. He got headshot last time he did that by JKS, so be careful. Cole walking into the monster smoke, and that's a nice pick. Rush grabbing Hobbit in connector. They're even up A short all the way. They could walk through A into B. The only guy on this top site is on long. That's spam from Nafany, nets a kill as a second player low in connector. Poison's still got this flank though. He's telling his team, I'm coming behind them, guys. They have no idea. Nafany's running a rotate, and again, he might just get caught making noise. Poison slips the net right by him. He doesn't want this kill. He wants the round, and he might just get it.
This is huge. This is the winning play. Poison has done it. This can't go wrong. Nothing bad could possibly happen in this moment.
Oh,
Shiro almost turns back around to turn from the flashbang, but still Poison gets him. And now Gambit are left scratching their head. How have we just died to a heaven wrap? Nafany's moved in to try and clear out this B site, and he does surprise JKS, but Blame more goblin shit. All right, there's a lineup. Oh, that's a big turn from Inters. Poison's wrapping again and deals with Nafany in heaven. It's his second time in this position on the T side.
Yep.
And so we look at Inter's 1v2. What can he do? Tries to deny the bomb plant, comes in with the kill. Poison still to find. Inter's, this could be his moment. This could be his round. But the bomb's planted for heaven. That's his problem. Poison has got this on time. Inter's has got to be flawless, man. He's going to get maybe 2 opportunities to take a shot here, at most. And so he's got to nail it. Taps the bomb again. Poison now gonna swing, give it a little jiggle. There's one of your chances.
Yeah.
And you aren't getting any more complexity onto 15, and it's Poison's wrap round that makes it happen.
Yeah, beautiful round for Poison. For you know, the clutch there, that's you wishing you stuck it on the first time around, right? That's, you realize after the second jiggle, Poison's not going wide enough. Even if you tap the bomb and go wide, he is not falling for it. Great clutch from Poison, and there were the 2 kills prior to it to actually get that CT control in the first place. Gambit, they had no idea what was going on the entire round. Cole were in control, and yeah, they're getting hyped now as well, ready to close 15-8. Gambit fighting for OT. This has been an empty CT side. And look at this buy. No kit, barely any util. Nafany is glass MP9. He might have dropped the AWP over or something. Worthwhile at least to get Shiro his weapon of choice. But boy, what a game this has been from Complexity. Another slow mid take. CT seemed to realize it. They're already throwing bodies up towards that top site.
Complexity do have con control, so they can always change their mind on a whim here. Looks like they want to commit into a Hobbit. Oh,
like it.
He's going in after they've spammed it, right? So now they think it's clear. Now they think it's all good, when Hobbit really was here the whole time. But Config checks it anyway. You ain't outsmarting this dude. This guy caught you while you were boosted in T-Spawn, for crying out loud. And here he is.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're coming back down, Cod. Nafany hears the footsteps, but there's so many bodies, and he can't find any of them. Poison, adding insult to injury. Complexity are just 2 kills away from making this happen, but the bomb's been dropped out on B. If they deny the plant, they could win the round. Inter's a second too late. It's down to a 2v1. This has been so chaotic, so wild. Blame's got a molly for the bomb at least. As something is planted for him on the short side as well. Shiro and Inter's, they have somehow made this round happen. They've given Gambit a chance. They've got to seize the opportunity. Blame F, the poster boy of Complexity, left in the clutch. Molly on the bomb, denies the defuse. And there's just so little time now. You've got to get on it, boys. You've got to stick it. And Shiro lands the shot, but there's no time for the defuse. Complexity take Gambit's map pick 16-8. And this series is going the distance.